validation. We all seek validation in one form or another, whether it's through social media, our partner, our family, or our friends. Seeking validation is a natural human tendency. We all want to feel understood. According to Dr. Leon F. Seltzer of PsychologyToday.com, feeling understood is even more important than feeling loved. Let me repeat that. Feeling understood is even more important than feeling loved. So what this means for me is validation communicates acceptance more than love itself. There's no doubt that validation is clearly important. So here's the question. Where exactly are we seeking validation? I believe we are energy at our core. It's who we are, which means our energy is involved in everything we do. So when it comes to validation, our higher self is always providing us with validation by the way our energy feels. For example, we meet someone for the first time, and right away we feel some type of resistance. But yet we can't explain it, because on the surface, this person appears to be very friendly. This is our higher self providing validation by the way our energy feels. Here's another example. We decide to go in a new direction with our career. Now, despite feeling fearful of the unknown, we do it anyway, as our desire to succeed is stronger than our fear. And as a result, we manage to have the energy needed to persevere. This is our higher self validating our decision to go in this new direction by giving us the energy to keep going. Now, it's important to understand the difference between feeling fearful versus feeling resistance. It's all about how our energy flows. In other words, we can feel fearful and still have our energy flow freely, much like a dancer performing on stage for the first time. But when we're feeling resistance, our energy will feel blocked, and our efforts to try to succeed are futile, much like a career we're no longer passionate about. So when it comes to validation, I believe the only source we should be seeking validation from is our higher self, by the way our energy feels. For example, when we take proper care of our body, we get validation from our higher self when we feel healthy. When we make choices that are in alignment with our highest good, we get validation from our higher self when we feel inner peace. Validation from our higher self is the most powerful form of validation there is. It's internal, which means we can go through challenging times and still feel inner peace. How we feel at any given moment is our karma. In other words, how our energy feels is the result of decisions we've made. There are things in life we can't control. But seeking validation from our higher self based on decisions we've made is something we can control. See, no one understands our journey better than us. And when we are in alignment with our higher self, our energy will flow freely through all the ups and downs of life. In my opinion, the only source we should be seeking validation from is ourself, as in our higher self. See, everyone's journey is as unique as their birth chart. And so for me, it simply doesn't make any sense to seek validation from another soul who's on a different journey. I have a quote I'd like to share with you. This quote is by Nicolas Cage. Understanding is deeper than knowledge. There are many people who know you, but very few understand you. Well, this is all I have for today. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you have any questions or you'd simply like to connect, feel free to do so through my personal email. I've listed it in the description below. Until we meet again, be safe and make sure to keep paying attention to your karma. It's our greatest teacher.